Okay, it's evening time and this mud is kind of dry. I wanted to show you, put the knife on there and see how that rocks back and forth. That's a butt joint. Okay. So what you want to do to even that out is you would start here and finish this side to build it up. Let that dry. Then put some over here. Let that dry and check it again. And it should take some of that wobble out. And you would do that. As a matter of fact, if you did this again over here, you'd want to come out a little further. If you had a bigger knife, say this is a 12, you would want to use a 14 to come out a little further. But you don't want to get too big with a knife. It makes it hard to work. So that would be the way you do that. Now if you come over here, this is that half butt. And you can see it's much less of a dip. If this had been a tapered edge on here and made it a flat joint, it wouldn't do that. You'll see down here, much less down here too. So this is also a half butt. This one over here is a butt joint. And you can see it's got a lot of rock to it. So I'm gonna have to fill this side, let it dry, and come back and fill this side and let it dry. And that's the way you finish a butt joint. And also, a good idea is when you do drywall, like you see these little splatters here, go across it with your knife and knock the little pits off. Because if you don't, when you go to finish it, those little tits are going to get in your mud and leave streaks. And it's a real pain. But yeah, and then like I said, you can see where the mud shrank up on that nail. Left a little dimple in it. And fill that back in again. Same thing here. It didn't look like that at all when I did it the first time. It's all sunk in now. That's where had some hairs in the paper. Paper come through. I just rub it off. Finish back over it. See the nail sharp? Screw. Anyway, that's what we'll do tomorrow. Is I'll pull one side or the other of the joint and let it dry, and then come back and do the other side so that it's more balanced and even. Yeah, well, you don't see it when you paint it. It's not going to have a dip in the wall. Plus, when you put the trim up, you don't want it sticking out over here and flush over there. Yeah. Anyway. Okay, today we're gonna bust out these joints to make them look good. Put a little mud on these nail heads again. Sorry for the glare. It's like 9 in the morning. See, on the Bob Nerdin clock there. Make these smooth as we can get them. Do like I said in the last clip, I'm going to hit it on one side and the other and spread them out. They call that busting out the joint. Debbie doesn't know how to do this, so I'm going to have to do it best I can. So I'll be back when I'm done, show you what I've done. Okay, as you can see, I've done the top one here and over there. And I've done them on the inside of the window, and that's where the seam is right here. And I've busted out this one side to help fill in this edge, and the same over here. You see the scratch here. This is from little pieces of mud and probably sealing texture that got into the mud. See it right there. That'll be alright, because this is what we call the bed coat, and when we go back over it, it'll be with the skim coat, which will smooth over everything. But I'm going to put another coat on this side and come down to here to fill in this a little bit and balance this all out before I go any further. This will have to dry. This mud was actually in the refrigerator. This is the one that we had yesterday in the pan. I didn't want to put it back in the bucket, so we wrapped it in some store bags and put it in the refrigerator to keep it from getting hard. But if you put it back in the bucket, then you're just transferring the trash back into the bucket, and we don't want to do that. So now I'm going to hit these joints down here. I'll try and show you one if I can. I'm by myself right this second. I'll be back in a second. Okay, I'm right-handed, and this is a right-handed camera, so I'm going to have to use it with my left hand. You want to get a balanced load on your knife, and as you see, I've wiped the ends off. And got a bad back, y'all, so put up with me. See how I smoothed that out? And you just want to go over a time or two and get as much of those little trash marks out of it and the air bubbles like that. And then what you do is you take your knife. Normally I would wipe it off, but since I'm using my other hand for the camera, I won't. Now we will. I really need to go over this middle again as best I can. See? It's not hard, but when you're in my shape, everything's difficult. Alright, I'm going to do that one and skim over this spot here where we had the little boo-boo, and I'm going to call it a day because this has to dry for 6 hours. So we'll be back when we do the other side. Alright, it's dark. Just finished busting out the joints, and yeah, I see there's a little seam in the middle, but I'll come right off with some sandpaper. I had some trash in that seam there. Finished all 4 seams. All the nails have 4 coats on them. Patch that and put 4 coats on it. And as you see how wide this is, it's almost 2 foot wide. That's to help balance out the seam some. That's what you have to do when you have a butt joint. This wasn't so bad. It wasn't so bad because this here is tapered right here, so it's a half tapered joint. Over here was a straight up butt joint. I don't know if you can see the bow right over that seam. Now I will come back after I get the rest of the walls up and flat tape this angle with the corner, but I don't want to do the ceiling until I flat tape, not flat tape, angle tape this seam, this ceiling joint in the corner. I don't want to do the corner first, and I can't do it until I get the drywall up over there. And I'm going to stop right there until we take all this mess down over here. Anyway, that's how you finish drywall. Next we'll sand it and paint it. 1 coat, touch it up, sand it, and paint it again.